If you're looking to buy a brand new 2021 Ford F-150 but are kind of boggled by the number of choices that you have out there, no worries. I'm going to help you right here with our expert buyer's guide. We usually do these guides when a brand new truck comes out, and this is a new truck. It's called the 14th generation of the F-150. And after we have some time with some real world testing of the different engine choices and different configurations, we're actually able to bring you this buyer's guide and kind of show you what choices you have. This is going to be kind of a condensed version. I don't want to talk for an hour, obviously, but let's start off with actually the configurator of the new F-150. But as always, on tfltruck.com, our website and YouTube channel, right here, you'll find all the videos are us actually testing these trucks. And in this case, the F-150. TFL Insider new Ford F-150 video series is brought to you by our friends at 5 Star Tuning. These guys have been tuning Ford trucks for decades. They specialize in custom tunes that can boost power, increase efficiency, improve off-road capability, and the ultimate towing performance. Go to 5startuning.com, linked in the description below, and unlock the full potential of your truck or SUV right now. So what's going on here? Well, this truck was redesigned. It's mostly all new. Ford says it's all new, but of course it has, some of the chassis still remains from the previous generation because it is a steel frame and very, very strong. And they redesigned some of the body panels, still all aluminum truck, so it's relatively lightweight as it is. But as you can see here, you have 3 different cab configurations: regular cab, super cab, extended cab, and super crew, which is the crew cab. So 3 cabs, 3 different bed lengths. Prices start at $28,940, and this is kind of before destination charges. And we get a lot of feedback from you guys, either here on YouTube, social media, website, etc. And you guys are saying, the trucks are getting more expensive. Yes, that's true across the board. So $28,940, if I configure this F-150 XL right here with no options, this is what you get. New interior, but if you can look down here, let me zoom in, you get crank windows, you got vinyl seats, rubberized floor, and you get very, very few options. You get a base 3.3 liter V6 engine, which is okay, and you get a 10-speed automatic transmission. So they simplified the transmission choices. There's just one transmission now, 10-speed, no 6 speeds or anything else, no manual transmission offered. So this is kind of what you get. So you may say, okay, that's fine. If I need a work truck, this is just good enough. Yes, that's true. But this truck is not equipped with a hitch. It does have a heater, thank goodness, but it may not actually have cruise control. So you need to kind of think about that. What do you need to use the truck for? Are you going to be towing or hauling weights in the bed, cargo? Do you need to go long distance? Do you need cruise control, etc.? So you got to kind of think about that and figure this out. And of course, a top of the line limited F-150 crew cab 4-wheel drive with options could be about $80,000. So more than almost tripling this beginning price, maybe 2.5 times. So in this video, I'm going to focus a little bit more on sort of some of the trim levels that are available, some of the trucks I've already tested, and also 4-wheel drive trucks, because we're based here in Colorado, and most work trucks, or all work trucks here, are 4-wheel drive because they need to be capable to take things in and out in various conditions. So let's kind of get going a little bit further, and I'm going to show you kind of one of the more affordable ones, and then something I would configure for myself if I was buying a truck, and then a very kind of high-end truck as well. So I'm going to actually start with an interesting configuration, I think, which is an extended cab XL with an 8-foot box. And if you can look at this, this truck actually, let me make it a slightly different color. This truck is kind of interesting because it kind of looks a little, ungainly because it has a giant bed, 8-foot box once again, and then the cab in front of it. And the wheelbase is quite long. So a truck like this is a work truck. XL, you can configure it with several engines. So let me show you what's possible. But it still has pretty good payload, lots of bed space. You could even turn it into a little bit of an overland truck and actually put a cap on it, a truck topper, and actually sleep inside of it if you want to. So Powertrain Choices. This particular model comes with a base engine, which is a 2.7 liter twin turbo V6. So the 3.3 liter naturally aspirated V6 is no longer offered in this particular configuration. So you need to kind of be mindful of that as well, which is still a very strong engine. I recently tested it. You can see some of those videos on TFL Now channel. For example, right here, I called this video right here the newest work truck, because right here in Colorado at the dealerships, I didn't have access to 3.3 liter base engine trucks. They're not being ordered right now. So the 2.7 right here was kind of the minimum I could get, and I did a full video walk around of it, and even showed you some of the fuel economy it was getting. So you could check that out on TFL Now. Then you can also step up to a 3.5 liter V6 for about $1,400, which is not bad. You're getting a lot more power now, 400 horsepower from 325, and 500 pound-feet of torque in the big twin turbo V6. So that's a lot of power. Or if you're a little bit more traditional, you can pick the V8. The 5 liter Coyote is still here, and in this case, it's just an $800 option. So the pricing for the engines is, I think, reasonable actually, depending on what you're getting. And the fuel efficiency is very comparable and also pretty good. So if you're looking for an efficient truck, I think this is one of the better ways to go because you have so much engine choice. So right here, I'm showing you EPA government ratings. And we have some of our own testing to kind of show you what's possible in the real world. But right here, you can see that the 2.7 four-wheel drive now averages about 21, or estimated at 21 mpg combined. The 5 liter is at 19 combined, and the 3.5 liter EcoBoost V6 is at 20 mpg combined. So they're kind of similar. But here's the new bad boy. It's the hybrid, F-150 hybrid. And in two-wheel drive, actually it's rated up to 25 combined, which is actually a really great rating for gas-powered full-size truck. You usually see these numbers, 25 combined, for like a diesel. This is not a diesel, but a diesel is still available. So right here, I can show you what's possible there. The 3 liter V6 Power Stroke is still around. In four-wheel drive, guys, it's 23 combined. And of course, the base 3.3 liter I told you about is 20 combined in the four-wheel drive. If you do want the hybrid, it'll cost you. It's about $4,400 to $4,500 over this base engine. So quite a lot of money to get the hybrid engine, which is a 3.5 twin turbo combined with electric motor, and of course a small battery. But for a four-wheel drive, you can get up to 24 combined. So you're paying up front for that hybrid, but you're still getting a lot of power, 430 horsepower, lots of torque, and good speed, and also efficiency. So you have to pay for that, obviously. And that's how trucks are getting expensive, because they're getting more advanced, more capable. Towing and payload is quite interesting. So usually when you see a truck right at the dealer, you can always open the door and look at the payload sticker right there. It's the yellow sticker, and it kind of has that number specific to the truck. And I did another video with a V8 truck on TFL Now. I wanted to show you here. V8 Surprise, I called it. And this truck had over 2,000 pounds of payload for a four-wheel drive super cab. That's really good for a four-wheel drive full-size half-ton. But payload, you can get a heavy-duty payload package. You can increase your payload higher. But if you want to know about towing, Ford still doesn't quite make it as easy as some other manufacturers like GM. GM gives you a sticker specifically for your truck in the door that shows you towing information. For Ford, still, even though they have a digital owner's manual now inside the computer system of the truck. If you want to know specific towing numbers, you have to go to an online guide, the towing guide that Ford provides. So you have to have, obviously, a phone or a computer to look it up. And I don't know, it's not super handy, in my opinion. But if you do want to know about it, this kind of lays out all the cab configurations, four-wheel drive, two-wheel drive, all the different axle ratios. So if you want to tow a trailer, I would say just go to this guide, scroll through this table, see exactly what's available for conventional towing. They also have fifth wheel capability listed here. So if you keep scrolling, there's also fifth wheel and gooseneck towing numbers right here if you install the special hitch, obviously. But the F-150 now is capable up to 14,000 pounds of maximum towing. You could see it right here in some of these configurations, well, of course with a 3.5 liter EcoBoost. So all that information is available. So if you want to tow like a 5,000 pound trailer, I would say choose a truck with capability of about 7,500 pounds or more. If you want to tow 9,000 pounds, I think you can still do it with a half-ton truck, but choose a truck with about 10 or 11,000 pounds of capability for towing or more. You need that kind of extra capability so you can actually bring the rest of your stuff with you inside the cab, or your friends and family. So I'm not going to go through every number, but it's right here. So finally, let me kind of build a truck that I would select for myself, and then I can show you kind of what the progressions are. Obviously, there's still XL, XLT, Lariat, and if you choose kind of a shorter bed option, you have the rest of the trim levels available to you. So if you go on the crew cab side, XL, XLT, Lariat, King Ranch, Platinum, and Limited. And Limited starts at almost 71 grand. And by the way, this is two-wheel drive. So yes, prices are going up. So you have to be, there's a lot of choice, but you need to actually get to the bottom of it. So in the spirit of being affordable, a truck that I would choose for myself would be an XL. So let me configure a crew cab. I have a family, so I need a crew cab. So just to keep the stuff inside, have some additional storage, that's lockable, obviously, inside the truck. I'm not going to choose black. I would choose Velocity Blue. I like this color, actually, quite a lot. I think it pops. Then, if you choose a 100A package, which is a base package for XL, you don't get much. So I would choose a 101A, $920. You get cruise control, actually cloth seats instead of vinyl, and a couple of other a little bit nicer features. I think that's a good deal. I'm not going to choose the Payload package. I think the Payload is already quite good on the truck, and you don't want the truck that's too stiff unless you're working, and hauling heavy every day. Copilot 360 2.0. I think that's a kind of a good deal, and that's actually a good price point and a safety feature. And as you can see here, it gives you pre-collision assist, blind spot monitoring, lane keeping system with actually helps you steer, keep you straight on a highway, for example. Auto high beams, reverse sensing, all that stuff. I think it is helpful on a long road trip, and I usually take some long road trips in the summer. So I think I would choose that, actually. FX4 package, I gotta have that. But that means I have to choose a four-wheel drive truck. And you can see price jumps by about $5,700 as soon as I click that FX4 package for off-roading. Boom, the price on my XL all of a sudden is $46,150. So you can see how pricing can escalate quite quickly if, depending on what you're getting. I'm actually okay with this look, kind of a blacked out grille, but if you're not, STX package is very popular, and it kind of gives you a monochromatic look with grille inserts and bumpers. So if you're into that, STX is very popular and still pretty good value. So let me just, trailer tow package, must have it. I tow a boat in the summer, gotta have that with all the stuff that comes with it, with wiring, trailer brake controller, and hitch. I don't like chrome, no chrome. Then for power, and this now, I have to consult with my wife on this. And when I have talked to her, her fuel efficiency is very important to her. And I like power too and fuel efficiency. So I would actually go for a hybrid. It's a toss-up between a V8 5 liter and a hybrid for me. But a hybrid costs $44.95. Okay, I just selected it. Now I'm at $50,540 for an XL truck. But still very, very capable. 5.5 foot bed, 4-wheel drive. FX4 gives you skid plates, rear locker. Very, very capable truck. So a couple more things. Steel wheels, I have no issues with that. I might upgrade them in the future if I wanted to. And finally, 7.2 kilowatt Pro Power on board. Yes, $750. You get 7,200 watts of power export you can run. We've showed you these videos, right? You've seen you can power your trailer. Right here, powering 2 RVs. There's a video on TFL now. You could actually charge an electric car. We have a video about that too on TFL car. So that's a really cool feature. Now I'm at 51 grand. So I think I'm almost done, except I do like a bed liner, spray and bed liner. I think that's very important. Protects your bed, makes it a little bit more sturdy and rigid, and scratch resistant too. So that's really cool. And fog lamps. Yes. So there you have it. That's kind of a truck that I would maybe construct for myself at about 52 grand before deals, right? Before discounts and before all of that stuff. This is one of the trucks I would build for myself. Then, of course, if that wasn't enough, and as you can see here, locking rear axle is available, $373. Rear axle is very important for towing. So when you're looking at the towing guide I showed you, that's very, very important. So now you're probably wondering, okay, that's fine, but what if I want a better interior? Leather, maybe more comfort, more features, because this is still an XL, right? Well, you can do that. So let's go back to configuration. Right here. Still crew cab, still 5.5. And you have lots of choice. Lariat is already a very well optioned truck. You get different wheel options, different grille designs, chrome, all that stuff is available. King Ranch, I kind of like that Western theme. Probably not a little bit too much money for my taste. Platinum, I'm not a huge fan because that's kind of a lot of chrome for me. But of course, Limited is a quite nice truck, and we've tested this truck on the iGauntlet already. And it gets a bigger, of course, 12-inch infotainment screen, as you can see in this picture. Beautiful, luxurious leather, digital display for the gauges, as you can see here. Heated seats, ventilated seats, leather-wrapped everything, beautiful materials, redesigned interior. I can go on, power steps. So you're paying, $73,000, but you're getting basically a luxury sedan interior and technology in a truck. And you guys all know this already. So as far as powertrain is concerned, you can get it basically either the hybrid or just a 3.5. So that's kind of how it's laid out. I mean, I can build a fully optioned Limited just really briefly. And just by clicking 2 buttons, I'm at 78,000. So yeah, so as you can tell, this can get escalated quite quickly. But it also almost comes fully equipped with basically everything. Let me just show you a couple more things. Bed liner, of course, engine block here if you live in really cold climates. And of course, this is not including a tonneau cover and some other accessories. But you can tell you can actually increase the price quite high if you wanted to. Over 80 grand right now. So finally, I wanted to mention 2 other trucks that I haven't discussed. They are not out yet. So there is the F-150 Tremor, which I think is a very attractive off-road package. It joins the Super Duty Tremor and now the Ranger Tremor to the lineup. We don't have the pricing on it yet, but this truck has a slight lift, a little bit more suspension travel, really cool orange accents. I have a full video right there. I called it Affordable Raptor because it's not a Raptor, but it's got extra off-road capability, really aggressive tires. It's really cool. I just wish it was V8 powered. They decided to only offer the Tremor F-150 with a 3.5 liter twin turbo. We have a full video about that. We still don't know exactly how much it costs, but it has all the rock crawl capability with technology and of course locker and limited slip front differential, all that stuff. And I also haven't mentioned the next generation Raptor, the 3rd gen Raptor, because we don't know much officially about it yet, but we will very, very soon. February 3rd is when we're gonna have full coverage on the new Raptor, and including options, engines, all that stuff. But that's for another video, for another story. So I hope this kind of gives you a little bit better perspective about what's available, how much things cost, your towing capability and your payload capability, as well as engines and fuel efficiency. So all of that is out there for you. And if you have any questions, obviously leave them right here for the community to kind of answer them. And I'll be there in the comments as well. And go back to tfltruck.com for all the latest news, views, and real-world truck reviews.